HBCU Game Day with a special report from the campus of Florida A&M University. And we are here on the highest of seven hills at the Will Packer Amphitheater. And of course, the breaking news is that FAMU President Larry Robinson has resigned as the 12th president of Florida A&M University. Now, Dr. Robinson first became the president in 2017. At that time, FAMU was going through issues with SWAC's accreditation. Dr. Robinson and his team came in and actually cleaned those things up. And that was one of the reasons why he was able to forego the normal process for being the president. I'm Vaughn Wilson from HBCU Game Day, and this is a special report. Obviously, the news is just breaking. The speculations have been happening over the last couple of days, and last night, it finally broke in that reliable sources started saying that they expected Dr. Larry Robinson today to resign as the 12th president of Florida A&M University. Now, Dr. Robinson has done a great job in several aspects of the university. If you look at the university being named the top public HBCU for the last 5 years, those are principles based on maintaining the university, maintaining the fiscals of the university, maintaining just the integrity of Florida A&M University, a storied school that's been here since 1887. And finally, along with fixing the academic issues by bringing in John Eason as director of athletics, who in turn hired Willie Simmons as the head football coach, they were able to right the ship that was not going right for a very, very long time. FAMU had suffered just about a decade of losing seasons, and Robinson brought in John Eason. Dr. John Eason made a bold decision that he didn't want to go through any committees. He wanted to just decide to hire Willie Simmons as the head football coach, which resulted Dr. Robinson is walking out as the HBCU national champions in football. The Rattlers won in December, and that was the culmination of a lot of work, both by Simmons as well as the university. The much publicized academic issues that happened in 2022, right before the start of the season, put FAMU in pretty much a bad light. And what Dr. Robinson did, he owned the issue. He never skirted around it. He owned the issue and went and hired a full staff to complement the athletic department staff, and actually took the athletics and compliance arm from athletics under the university to PhDs and people with degrees in education. The result of that, as you've seen, several of the teams had record years for their APR this year, including football with its highest mark ever. Several teams with perfect 1,000 scores. Those were things that Dr. Larry Robinson was faulted for. He owned it, and he went and fixed it. So Dr. Robinson, who is a scientist by nature, came in under Dr. Frederick Humphreys, and he developed the School of the Environment. And Florida A&M School of the Environment has been growing ever since Dr. Robinson developed that school. A little known fact about Dr. Robinson is then President Obama hired Dr. Robinson, solicited him to help the university oceanic department, which was a position that had to be approved by Congress. And he was approved, either the Congress or the Senate. He was approved and led that department for years and brought back big donations from that department to assist the School of the Environment. He just literally got back off of the plane from South Africa, a trip where the School of the Environment was doing a partnership in South Africa with several other countries, and it was a great successful trip. I talked to a professor who had gone over there, and he says great things came out of it. And it was just a culmination. They were able to take 12 students with them over there. So the school that Dr. Robinson had a personal hand in establishing, the Florida A&M University School of the Environment, is growing. And that's one of the things that Dr. Robinson was instrumental in developing. Now, the crazy thing about where I'm standing right now at the Will Packer Amphitheater, you know, normally on Fridays about this time it's packed with students, but it is the summertime. So we're able to do our report here. It's shaded. Thank you, Will Packer, for putting the shade on there because it's very hot down here in Tallahassee, Florida. HBCU Game Day with breaking news. FAMU President Dr. Larry Robinson has resigned. There was no press conference. I talked to the communications department and they said they decided against having a press conference. They did a release, and from there they will do something in the future, but no press conference to hear from Dr. Robinson. He has a critical position at this moment, is there are some things that need to be done to prepare for the upcoming academic year as well as the athletic year. On the academic side, of course, the focus as of late has been on test scores for some of the marquee programs, pharmacy, the College of Law, and the Physical Therapy College. The progression rates on those schools have been flagged by the Board of Governors. And while the school is not the worst in the state in those passing rates, or even the national average, the targets set forth for Florida A&M have not been met. So the FAMU was in the process of reorganizing to make sure that those students could not only graduate, but pass those board exams on the first try. Secondly, you're looking at coming back to volleyball season, cross-country season, and of course football season. We're primed and ready to start. Those are the first teams that start in the fall. All of those students, athletes are on campus. A lot of them are in summer school for the second semester. That way they can work out with the strength and conditioning coach. And so support from the university is critical in aiding the athletic department and getting those teams ready. You know, there's a target on FAMU's back after winning the HBCU National Championship, starting out first with the MEAC SWAC Challenge in Atlanta. Coach Crary is on campus with several new athletes on the men's basketball team. Head coach Bridget Gordon has brought in a very talented class of women's basketball players. Coach Gokhan in volleyball has reloaded his team, looking to run it back and regain their title as SWAC champions. And of course, Coach Garfield Ellenwood and the cross-country team, the defending champions of the SWAC, look to regain their crown as well. So there's several things that are critical at this point. It's a little surprising. It is right after the end of the fiscal year. But FAMU President Larry Robinson, the 12th president of Florida A&M, he was president since November 30th of 2017, has resigned as president of Florida A&M University. This has been a special report of HBCU Game Day. Please continue to watch us at HBCUGameday.com. Follow us on our social media at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, Threads, all at HBCUGameday.com. I'm Vaughn Wilson reporting from the highest of Seven Hills. Once again, the breaking news: Florida A&M University President Dr. Larry Robinson has resigned his position as president of FAMU.